Today, Google introduced Gemini 2.0, their brand new AI model that's set to kick off the agentic era. In this video, we're going to break down everything they've announced and how Gemini 2.0 could totally reshape our day-to-day interactions with AI. Think of it as a next-level multimodal model that can see, hear, think, plan, remember, and act, all in a way that feels more natural than ever.
Gemini 2.0 enables new kinds of multimodal AI agents. Agents that can see and hear the world around you. Think, plan, remember, and take action. Gemini 2.0 is what enables Project Astra, our research prototype of a universal AI assistant. Using capabilities like multimodal memory and real-time information, it lets you understand your world, live.
What can you tell me about this sculpture?
The sculpture you're seeing is called My World and Your World by Eva Rothschild, located in Lewis Cubitt Park in London.
What kind of themes does her work explore?
She creates abstract sculptures that invite viewers to interact with and interpret their surroundings in new ways.
Project Astra is multilingual, using native audio to seamlessly switch languages as you speak.
Est-ce que tu peux me dire quelque chose d'intéressant à propos de ces lanternes?
Bien sûr, je peux vous parler des lanternes. Les lanternes que vous voyez font partie de la porte d'entrée de Chinatown à Londres. நிச்சயமாக இது லண்டனில் உள்ள Chinatown நுழைவாயில்.
We're taking this to the next step with Project Mariner, with agents that can complete tasks on your behalf. You can ask it to do things like this that require multiple steps: doing research to look up the artist, then finding the painting, and then shopping for the right supplies. The agent uses the web to take action and find what you're looking for. It plans and reasons at each step, always staying in your control and completing your task. Gemini 2.0 enables agents that can be applied across domains. We're exploring agents that can explore virtual worlds, assisting you in video games.
Where do you recommend I attack from on this base?
Given the base layout, I recommend attacking from the bottom or south side. This direction allows you to target the town hall directly with your giants, while the wizards can handle the surrounding defenses.
Gemini 2.0 can reason about the physical world, understanding 3D spatial environments and objects. These capabilities are being applied to robotics, with agents that can assist you in your everyday physical environment. Learn more about how Gemini 2.0 is enabling the next generation of multimodal AI agents at deepmind.google/Gemini.
Let's start with a real-world example of Gemini 2.0 in action. We've got it running on a Pixel phone paired with Project Astra, which gives the AI powerful tools, memory, and multimodal reasoning. We'll head out around London to see what it can do, from retrieving door codes straight from your emails to advising on laundry settings or recommending places to visit. Gemini 2.0 basically becomes your helpful sidekick. Not only that, it'll give you the scoop on how to pronounce scone or highlight interesting art pieces and their backstories as you wander around.
All right, we've got a Pixel phone loaded with the latest test build of Project Astra, and we're going to leave the office to test it around London. I've got this email with apartment info. Can you tell me the door code and remember it?
I'll remember the door code for you. It is 1170. To unlock it, enter the code and then press the unlock button.
Based on these symbols, how should I wash this?
The tag shows to machine wash at 30 degrees Celsius. Avoid bleach and tumble drying. Iron on low and dry cleanable.
Then what settings should I use on this machine?
Based on the laundry instructions of 30 degrees Celsius, select the 30 setting under Easy Care on the dial.
I've got this list of recommendations. Can you tell me a bit about some of them?
I can search for these places for you. Cold Drops Yard is a shopping destination with unique industrial design. Luminary Bakery is a social enterprise bakery. And Tate Modern is a modern and contemporary art museum.
Now we're going to try Project Astra out on the street. Let's see what it can do. I've always said scone, but now I'm hearing people say scone. Can you help me with the pronunciation?
It's a fascinating topic. The pronunciation of scone, both scone rhyming with gone and scone rhyming with bone, are accepted pronunciations, though regional variations exist.
What can you tell me about this sculpture?
The sculpture you're seeing is called My World in Your World by Eva Rothschild, located in Lewis Cubitt Park in London.
What kind of themes does her work explore?
She creates abstract sculptures that invite viewers to interact with and interpret their surroundings in new ways.
Would these do well if I planted them back home?
Mountain fleece can grow well in New York. They prefer full sun to partial shade and moist, well-drained soil. So your garden in New York should be a good fit for these flowers.
I'm trying to get a gift for my friend, and this is everything she's been reading. How would you describe her taste in books?
Based on these titles, your friend seems to enjoy a mix of history, biography, and perhaps a touch of political or social commentary.
I picked some of these out. Any idea which one she'd like the most?
Consider Half of a Yellow Sun for its exploration of complex social and political issues within a historical setting, aligning with her interest in narratives that offer insight into significant periods.
Will that bus take me anywhere near Chinatown?
Yes, it does. The 24 bus route goes through Leicester Square, which is very close to Chinatown.
Are there any landmarks on the way?
Riding the number 24 bus, notable landmarks you will likely encounter are Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, and Trafalgar Square.
I also met up with some friends to test out the multilingual capabilities.
Est-ce que tu peux me dire quelque chose d'intéressant à propos de ces lanternes?
Bien sûr, je peux vous parler des lanternes. Les lanternes que vous voyez font partie de la porte d'entrée de Chinatown à Londres. Elles ont une signification culturelle pour les Chinois et sont souvent utilisées pendant les célébrations et les festivals. நிச்சயமாக இது லண்டனில் உள்ள சைனா டவுன் நுழைவாயில். இது ஒரு குறிப்பிடத்தக்க அடையாளமாகும். இது அந்த பகுதியின் கலாச்சார முக்கியத்துவத்தை குறிக்கிறது.
Now I'm using these prototype glasses to test Project Astra hands-free. Can you check if it's going to rain anytime soon?
It looks like it is currently mostly sunny in London. Rain is expected tonight from around 10 p.m. until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Hey, what's that park next to me?
The park looks to be Primrose Hill, known for its panoramic city views and the notable Shakespeare's tree.
Can you check if I can bike in there?
It appears that cycling is actually banned within Primrose Hill itself, although it is permitted in nearby areas and the rest of Regent's Park.
I'm biking back to Camden. Can you check if there's any supermarkets along the way?
There's a Sainsbury's on Camden Road, a Morrison's on Chalk Farm Road, and an M&S Simply Food on Camden High Street.
What was the door code again?
The door code you saved previously is 1170.
Oh, thanks.
Next, we have Project Mariner, a research prototype that's all about taking real action in your browser. It can handle those dull, multi-step tasks, like finding contact emails from a list of companies, by planning, reasoning, and executing on the web, all while keeping you in the loop. And that's just the start. With Project Mariner, we can push the boundaries even further. From discovering Van Gogh's most colorful paintings to adding art supplies to your shopping cart, Mariner seamlessly navigates the web for you.
I want to tell you about Project Mariner. It's a research prototype exploring the future of human-agent interaction, and it's built on Gemini 2.0. Like with all new technology, it's important for us to build this responsibly, which is why we're starting small. We'll be getting feedback from a group of trusted testers and using their experiences to really shape how Project Mariner evolves. Let me show you how it works. So Project Mariner works in the browser as an experimental Chrome extension. I'm going to start by entering a prompt. Here, I have a list of outdoor companies listed in Google Sheets, and I want to find their contact information. So I'll ask the agent to take this list of companies, then find their websites and look up a contact email I can use to reach them. This is a simplified example of a tedious multi-step task that someone could encounter at work. Now, the agent has read the Google Sheet and knows the company names. It then starts by searching Google for benchmark climbing. And now it's going to click into the website. You can see how this research prototype only works in your active tab. It doesn't work in the background. Once it finds the email address, it remembers it and moves on to the next company. At any point in this process, you can stop the agent or hit pause. What's cool is that you can actually see the agent's reasoning in the user interface so that you can better understand what it is doing. And it will do the same thing for the next two companies, navigating your browser, clicking links, scrolling, and recording information as it goes. You're seeing an early stage research prototype, so we sped this up for demo purposes. We're working with trusted testers to make it faster and smoother, and it's so important to keep a human in the loop. After the fourth website, the agent has completed its task, listing out the email addresses for me to use. And there you have it. We're really just scratching the surface of what's possible when you bring agentic AI to computers. And we're really excited to see where this goes.
A demo of Project Mariner, a research prototype we built with our new Gemini 2.0 models. Let me show you how it works. I'm going to start in the Gemini app, but Project Mariner is an experimental Chrome extension that works across all web pages. In this demo, I'll be prompting the agent to find the most famous post-impressionist. Find a colorful painting of theirs on Google Arts and Culture. Then add some colorful paints to my Etsy cart. In Gemini, the agent starts by asking who the most famous post-impressionist is. Gemini quickly identifies Van Gogh as the most famous post-impressionist painter. From here, it navigates to Google Arts and Culture by typing in the URL into the address bar. You can see how this research prototype only works in your active tab. It doesn't work in the background. It opens the search bar to look for Van Gogh. Van Gogh is the first option, so it clicks on it. Now, it decides to click on the artist page to look for a colorful painting. We're able to see the agent's reasoning in the user interface throughout the process, so we can easily follow along to understand what it's planning. The agent realizes that the page only contains information about Van Gogh, so it decides to scroll down to look for artwork. It discovers a collection of art and starts looking at them to find a colorful option. The agent used its multimodal understanding capabilities to find a colorful painting of irises and clicks on it. After finding this painting, it navigates to Etsy by typing in the URL. It clicks on the search bar and searches for colorful paints. So now it's looking at different paint sets, and the agent gives us a sense of what it's optimizing for. As you can see, it's optimizing for price and visual appeal. The agent clicks on a set of watercolors that appears to be a good fit. It's then added to cart. After a moment, the agent asks me if it should proceed to checkout. This is an early research prototype, but it's a great example of how we are keeping a human in the loop and ensuring you're always in control. I'll just respond by saying there's no need to check out. And now it completes its task and hands back control. Project Mariner is now available to a select group of trusted testers as an experimental Chrome extension. They're giving us feedback to help us build this safely and responsibly. We're excited to see where this technology goes and what people create with it.
Gemini 2.0 Flash is another big leap forward. It's incredibly fast and powerful, supporting multimodal inputs and outputs, including text, images, audio, and even native image generation. Imagine turning a regular car photo into a convertible filled with beach gear, or having the AI clean up your couch photo. It's all possible with just a prompt.
This is a quick demo of multimodal live streaming in Gemini 2.0, and we are casting a tab into AI Studio. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen. It's showing a document with the title Demo. It also contains bullet points and a Google Meet window with a person in the video. Is there anything in particular you would like to talk about on the screen?
Yeah, can you start the demo by just reading the text I highlighted?
Sure, I can do that. The text you highlighted reads, "The Multimodal Live API lets you build real-time multimodal applications powered by Gemini 2.0 Flash. It features tool use like Google Search and code execution, function calling, and more. Would you like me to read the following lines too?"
No, can you actually just tell me what this word means, though?
I can do that. Multimodal refers to the ability to process and understand different types of data, like text, images, and audio all together. Does that help?
Yeah, I need to demo the interruptions feature next. Can you tell me a really boring kind of once upon a time sort of story?
Okay, I can do that. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled beside a quiet forest, there was a very unremarkable rock. This rock was gray and it was round, and it sat there.
I have to interrupt you.
No problem. I understand that interruptions are part of the demo. What should I do now?
So we're going to demo memory. Can you just summarize everything we've seen or heard so far?
I can do that. So far, we've discussed a demo of the Multimodal Live API, which lets you build real-time multimodal apps, and I defined what multimodal means. I was also asked to tell a very boring once-upon-a-time story, but I was interrupted. Is there anything else?
No, I think we're done. Do you want to read this ending card, or should I?
I can read it if you would like. The ending card says, "Start building with Gemini 2.0 at aistudio.google.com." Is that correct?
Yeah, that was great. All right, thanks. Talk to you later.
Spatial understanding is yet another impressive feature. Gemini 2.0 can identify objects, link them to their shadows, locate socks, and even translate items in an image, all thanks to its advanced reasoning skills. It can handle 3D spatial understanding too, helping developers turn regular images into interactive, floor plan-like visualizations.
Image output in Gemini 2.0. Gemini 2.0 can now natively generate images as part of your conversation. Let's say you want to imagine how it might look to turn this car into a convertible. With today's AI tools, this takes a lot of work. You might have to manually mask out this roof area or write a really complex prompt. We brought this image into AI Studio and sent it to the new experimental Gemini 2.0 Flash model. This is a real-time screen capture, and all the prompts you'll see in this video are things that early testers can now try. And this is the entire prompt we gave it: turn this car into a convertible. And it generated this image. Here they are side by side. Notice how it successfully modified the car, but also managed to keep the rest of the image consistent. This is difficult in many AI tools that use separate models, but here it's all being done by one model. And we continued the conversation saying, imagine the car full of beach stuff, and change the color to something that feels like summer. Explain as you go. The model began outputting text. It explained its idea for a new color, then showed it to us. But the really neat thing is that the model kept going. It went right on generating another image with the car full of beach gear. Remember that this is all a single response of text and image tokens coming from the model. This ability to output across modalities interleaving text and image together is one of the most exciting aspects of Gemini 2.0. Here are some more example prompts and outputs, all coming from Gemini 2.0 Flash. Let's say you want to make this photo look a little bit nicer by getting rid of all this stuff on the couch. Just give it this prompt, and the model does that for you. You can even combine images. You can ask what your cat might look like on this pillow, or on this skateboard. All of this enables you to co-create with AI in new ways. We gave this image with this text on the side of the box to the model, and we said, open the box, generate an image looking down into the contents of the box. We sent that prompt to Gemini 2.0 Flash. This approach, where you send parts of your prompt in the image itself, opens up new possibilities for how we could have more seamless, multimodal back and forth with the model. The model reasoned about the text on the side and generated this image of old electronics. You can push this even further, co-creating imaginary worlds together. We went back to this first conversation in the video. We wanted to try communicating visually with the model, so we drew a circle on the door handle with the prompt, open this. The model successfully figured out what we meant, and it generated this image with the car door open. And for the last prompt we said, make the car fly. Imagine you are the car soaring through the clouds to the beach. Show what that might look like. This is a challenge to see if the model can keep the car consistent while also visualizing this new scene that I'm imagining. And the model was able to do it, following my instructions, generating this image and text.
One of the coolest things? Native audio. Gemini 2.0 can produce multilingual, lifelike speech with dynamic expression, changing its tone depending on context. Sunny weather? It'll sound cheerful. Rainy day? It'll sound a bit more downbeat. Whispering? It might just whisper back to you.
What you can build with spatial understanding in Gemini 2.0. We introduced this capability in our 1.5 models, and we've advanced it even further with Gemini 2.0. This is a new tool in AI Studio that makes it easier to explore spatial understanding with multimodal reasoning. For example, you can input this image and prompt it to give you the positions of the origami animals. This is a real-time recording, and notice how fast the results came back. That's because this is running on our new experimental Gemini 2.0 Flash model, which enables advanced spatial understanding with low latency. You can see if the model can reason about which shadow belongs to which animal by asking for the fox's shadow. And the model finds it over here. Or ask it about the armadillo's shadow. It finds that too. Spatial understanding enables new ways to interact with images. It lets models do more than generate text about an image. Gemini 2.0 can search within an image. You can give it this image and see if it can find both rainbow socks. The model finds the matching pair. You can even ask it to find the socks with the face. And it finds those too. This was a particularly neat result because you'll see the faces are really small and obscured. Like all models, it won't always get everything right, so you can try your own prompts to see what works for you. You can combine spatial reasoning with multilingual capabilities. You can give it an image like this and prompt it to label each item with Japanese characters and English translation. The model reads the text from the image itself and translates it. With spatial understanding, Gemini 2.0 enables AI agents that can reason about the physical world. For example, you can give the model this photo and ask for the position of the spill. But then ask how it would clean it up with an explanation. And the model points out the towel over here. And with Gemini 2.0, we're introducing 3D spatial understanding. This is a preliminary capability still in early stages, so it won't be as accurate as 2D positions, but we're sharing it so that developers can try it and give us feedback. Here's a Colab notebook that lets you prompt the model to give you 3D positions within photos. Then we visualize those positions in a top-down view, essentially turning the photo into an interactive floor plan.
Tool use is also natively built in. Gemini 2.0 can handle code execution, Google search, and custom functions on the fly. By guiding it with instructions, you can decide when and how it uses these tools. This opens up tons of possibilities for building your own multimodal AI agents that handle everyday tasks.
Native audio. So, Gemini 2.0 introduces multilingual native audio output. But maybe you're thinking, what exactly is native audio?
You're actually hearing it right now. Everything you hear in this video was generated with prompts, like, this actual prompt on your screen, like right now. It was all generated by prompting the new experimental Gemini 2.0 Flash model like you see in this AI Studio screen cap. Neat, right?
Totally. Native audio is really, really neat. It's different from traditional TTS or text-to-speech systems. Like, what's super cool with native audio is you can do more than just prompt an AI agent on what to say. You can tell it how to say it.
You can prompt it to just be like, dude, just totally chill.
Or prompt it to speak with oh so very many dramatic pauses.
And all of this is multilingual. You know how when a computer switches languages, it sounds like a different voice? That's a limitation of traditional TTS. But with native audio in Gemini 2.0, you can build agents that switch languages more seamlessly. Check this out. Okay, so I'm starting out speaking English, but then...
Maintenant, je parle français. 그리고 이제 저는 한국어를 말하고 있습니다.
और अब मैंने हिंदी बोलना शुरू कर दिया है.
E adesso magari proverò con un po' di italiano.
And now I'm back to English. Cool, right? With native audio, maybe information retrieval could be more expressive. Like, what if AI agents could tell you the weather differently? On sunny days, maybe they'd sound like this. Ooh, the weather today is 74 degrees and sunny all day. Awesome! But if it's rainy, it might sound more like this. So, the weather today is pretty meh. Drizzly and cold. All day. Oh well. Or what if AI agents responded dynamically to your context? Maybe if it seems like you're in a rush, your agent can speak really quickly.
Or maybe if you're whispering, you might want your agent to whisper back at you.
Anyways, you get it. So many possibilities with native audio. New output modalities are available to early testers now, with a wider rollout expected next year. Start building with Gemini 2.0 at aistudio.google.com.
Okay, wait, I know the video's supposed to be over, but let me just show you a few more prompts. We could do that last line more like, start building with Gemini 2.0. Okay?
Start building with Gemini 2.0? I guess? Start building with Gemini 2.0. Yay!
Let's actually take a look at how you can start building with Gemini's tool use in the AI Studio.
These are examples of what you can build with native tool use in Gemini 2.0. Gemini 2.0 is natively built to use tools like code execution and Google search. Here's a demo that combines tool use with real-time interaction, built using the new Multimodal Live API. Make a bar graph that compares the runtime of The Godfather and Oppenheimer. Add the other two Godfathers to the graph. Pick 3 random superhero movies and add them to the graph. Notice how quickly the model responded. That's because this is powered by our new experimental Gemini 2.0 Flash model. It's able to search and code while you interact in real time. One really neat thing about this demo is how easy it is to set up the graph renderer. All you have to do is describe what that tool does, like this. And the model, using the simple description you give it, figures out how to render graphs all by itself. We've open sourced this demo along with Colab notebooks to get you started. You can also explore tool use in AI Studio. Let's say you have to research New York restaurants, and you need to look up the phone number, address, and write a brief description for all of these places. We gave this prompt to the 2.0 Flash model, and look how quickly it does that for you. The model is writing search queries, retrieving info, and putting it into this table. It even provides citations and links so you can explore further. You can customize and control how tools are used in your applications. You might want to use Google Search for some things and not others. You can write instructions like these, telling it to only use Google Search for questions about sports. Then, if you ask something like this, the model will answer without using search. But if you ask this, it'll use Google Search to answer, just like you instructed it to. This ability, where the model decides when to use the right tool based on your instructions, is one of the strengths of native tool use in Gemini 2.0. These are just a few examples of how you can build your own multimodal AI agents with Gemini 2.0.
Developers also get a huge boost with Jules, the AI-powered coding agent that integrates with GitHub to handle bug fixes and other time-consuming tasks. It plans multiple steps, modifies multiple files, and can even prepare pull requests for you. Finally, Gemini 2.0 can even help you in gaming scenarios, like planning strategies in real time, while pulling in info from online sources.
Hey, listen, I'm about to start a game and I want to make sure I complete the weekly quests. Can you see them?
Yes, I can see them. Looks like you need to pick up 300 gems and dust 10 boss monsters. You've already got a head start on the 300 gems.
Cool. I'll ask you to remind me about it during the game because I keep forgetting about it.
Absolutely. I'll keep an eye out and remind you about the quests.
Thanks.
You got it. Just let me know if you need a reminder anytime.
Hey, I'm about to pick a character. Can you do a quick search on Reddit? What is the meta? As in, like, what are the best characters?
Let me look that up for you. I'll let you know what I find.
In short, Gemini 2.0 is a massive leap forward, blending multimodal input, native tool use, spatial reasoning, image generation, and fluid natural speech. It's a game changer that's about to make AI feel less like a tool you use and more like a helpful companion you can rely on every day.